Problem number 3 says to construct a line that goes through the point C and is perpendicular to the line. So here's our point C. We want our perpendicular line to go through C and be perpendicular to this line that we have here. So something like this, right? So to construct it so we guarantee a perpendicular line and it goes through C, I'm going to grab your compass. I'm going to grab my circle tool again. I'm going to center a circle at it doesn't even really have to be A and B, the points that are on here. It's just that they're here and they're nice. So I'm going to use, say, point A as the center of a circle. And I'm just going to make my radius go out to point C, like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with B. I'm going to make it a center of my circle. And it's going to go out to that point C that we wanted to reflect as well. And now that point and this point are on the perpendicular line, and notice that point was originally C. So there is our perpendicular line construction that goes through point C. So there's number 3. And number 4 says, given the two rotated images, let's find the center of rotation and let's find out the angle of rotation with direction. In this case, there is no direction because they're just pictures. So let's not worry so much about direction. That's just clockwise or counterclockwise. But let's just find the center of rotation and the angle of rotation. Okay, so center of rotation, what we need to do is connect. We're going to do this twice. We're going to connect a point on the image that would be, and its rotated point. So notice this corner of the square here that I'm kind of looking at. To me, it sticks out because it is just to the right of the 5. So then this point right here should be its rotated point because that's just to the right of 5. Okay, so now that we have that segment, what we need to do is construct the perpendicular bisector for that segment. So there's the perpendicular bisector for it using my perpendicular bisector tool. You would do the same thing as if you did your compass tool and we made our two circles, right? Notice that's exactly where it goes. And then we need to do that again with another segment. So this corner, which is in the bottom right corner of the 9, bottom right corner of the 9, that would be this point right here. I'm going to get its perpendicular bisector. And where those two lines intersect, remember, this becomes our center of rotation. Okay, so I'm going to make G stick out a little bit. Obviously on paper you guys can't do this. So there's our center of rotation. The last thing we need to do then is figure out the angle in which this this figure rotated. So we have to draw an angle that's vertex is going to be at our center of rotation. So I'm just going to make my angle stick out. Maybe you make it green. So we need to draw two rays. Rays are just half lines that start at a point and go off in a direction. So we have two pairs of pre-image and image points, so I'm just going to grab, say, C, and I don't know why that's not green, and then I'm going to grab this point here that is its rotated point as well. So there's our angle of rotation. It's this thing right here. So now all you need to do is grab your protractor and measure that with your protractor, and you'd find out that it's 111.7, or on your protractor you probably would have said 111 or 112. But there's our center of rotation and the angle that it rotated.